I am freezing. I am shivering harder than a 12-year-old at the Penn State shower room. My toes are cold. Fuck you, Al Gore.
You do not believe in the global warming.
I did not say that. I do believe in the global warming. But I do not believe in the anthropogenic warming.
Then why did you link the coldness of your toes with the fookiness of the Al Gore?
Because the Al Gore invented the anthropogenic global warming. And since my toes are cold, that proves there is no anthropogenic global warming.
The Al Gore did not invent global warming. It was first proposed in 1824 by Joseph Fourier and verified by experiment in 1858 by John Tyndall, 1 year before Charles Darwin published On the Origin of the Species. And you have already said that there is global warming, so you must know that cold toes in winter does not disprove global warming.
No, it is getting both colder and warmer. The temperature of the Earth has changed a lot over millions of years.
It was hotter during the time of the dinosaurs, but we have only evolved to the climate of the last few 100,000 years. The temperature in the last 50 years is double that of past century.
You just follow Bill Maher. Just because he says there is a consensus doesn't mean that there is.
That is true. But there is also a thing called the National Academy of Sciences and the American Association for the Advancement of Science, and the Joint Science Academies, and the American Meteorological Society, the International Union for Quaternary Research, the Pentagon and the Central Intelligence Agency. They all agree that there is a consensus for anthropogenic warming.
They are part of the hoax.
Holy shit. And I thought the Birch Society was paranoid. So what about the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change?
They are part of the hoax.
And the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration?
They are part of the hoax.
And the American Geophysical Union?
They are part of the hoax.
And the American Institute of Physics?
They are part of the hoax.
And the National Center for Atmospheric Research?
They are part of the hoax.
And NASA's Goddard Institute?
They are part of the hoax.
How about the national academies in Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland, France, Germany, Italy, Sweden, New Zealand, Belgium, Japan, Australia, Russia, China, India, and Brazil?
They are all part of the hoax.
How about Stephen Hawking, Carl Sagan, Michio Kaku, Pope John Paul and Benedict, the Dalai Lama, Ronald Reagan?
They are morons who have been tricked by the climate hoax. The carbon content is only 365 parts per million, which is a minuscule amount. Moreover, 93% of annual carbon dioxide emissions are naturally released from soil and water, so only 7% of annual carbon dioxide are from man-made sources.
It is true that the Earth's natural emissions are larger than man's emissions, but do you know how much of that is reabsorbed?
The Earth reabsorbs emissions?
Amazing what you learn when you read articles by actual climate scientists. The atmospheric concentration that was relatively stable for thousands of years has in the past 150 years risen by over 35%.
No, you ignorant manslut. The greenhouse effect of carbon dioxide is very small. Atomic absorption spectroscopy analysis shows that carbon dioxide is only capable of absorbing 7% of the infrared electromagnetic spectrum in the 15 micrometer frequency range, which means it only has a very weak greenhouse effect. Water vapor is about 850% stronger than carbon dioxide. Moreover, there is approximately 2,100,000% more water vapor in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. Accordingly, the laws of physics say carbon dioxide is irrelevant.
Don't call me a manslut just because I get more pussy than you. It's not like conspiracy theorists like you are the first ones to notice water vapor. The average water molecule stays in the atmosphere only 9 days, but carbon dioxide and methane stays for centuries. Water vapor is not a climate forcing because the amount of water in the air changes according to the temperature. If you removed all the water from the air, the temperature would drop, causing precipitation to remove more water, causing further temperature drops until all of Earth's water became frozen. But if you put more carbon dioxide into the air, it causing humidity to rise, which doubles or triples the effect. And that isn't the only feedback loop. Melting ice will release gigatons of methane that has been locked away for millennia. These and other feedback loops cause a runaway effect.
Any scientist that even mentions methane as a consequential greenhouse gas should lose his tenure. Also, methane is in farts.
Methane is about 72 times stronger greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide and contributes between 4 and 9% of total greenhouse effect, although there is some evidence it may be double that. Many scientists believe methane escaping from the permafrost caused the Permian Triassic extinction.
Michael Mann intentionally left out the medieval warming period on his hockey stick graph and also arbitrarily flattened out the data from the years 1000 to 1930. Professor Stephen McIntyre told me so.
Stephen McIntyre is not a climate scientist. He is a minerals prospector who has been in the oil and gas exploration business for decades and doesn't even have the balls to lie and say there is no anthropogenic global warming. Anecdotal evidence of medieval wineries, combined with the false claim that grapes no longer grow in England, do not amount to a global assessment. And man put error bars on the graph line to account for the smoothing. But more importantly, it hardly changes the shape of the hockey stick, which has been replicated and strengthened by numerous independent studies, including a climate skeptic funded by the Koch brothers.
Plants use carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Crops are plants. Therefore, carbon dioxide emissions have saved millions from starvation.
I thought you said before that carbon dioxide is too small to have much effect and now it saves millions by increasing crop yields. You're just pulling this out of your ass now, aren't you? Russia, Australia, the southern US and Brazil have all suffered historic crop failures because of heat waves. Climate change is more dangerous than nuclear proliferation and is irreversible. What are you going to say when the Southwest turns into a permanent dust bowl? Oops.
Who cares? I will be dead.
Only if I kill you first.